What's good, Bagel Brothers? We're eating bagels today.
In the Panera Bread parking lot because we have too much shame to eat 6 bagels in front of the Panera Bread employees.
It'll be great.
Good.
Right.
So today we have the cinnamon crunch bagel with a wild blueberry spread. We're gonna take our first bite impressions. Ooh, look at that sexy interior.
It smells like sex.
You ready for that first bite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very
Cinnamony.
very cinnamony. The blueberry brings out the doughy complexion.
Mm-hmm.
If I had any complaints, is the bagel is quite dry.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it is because we are eating them so late in the day. They're not super fresh. But the spread definitely makes up for this dryness.
And the cinnamon on top just...
I need new pants. I just came.
God. I better just get changed now. Take off your clothes. Stick your dick in between this bagel.
There's no hole in the bagel.
I'm gonna make one.
A leaf just fell in the car. So we shit ourselves a little bit.
This has been the cinnamon bagel with blueberry spread.
Before we end this one, what would you give the rating for this bagel?
A high, solid 8.
I would give it bagel out of bagel on the Allen bageling scale. It is in fact a bagel. And I would say that it lives up to its name, that is both cinnamony and crunchy. Would you not, Alex? That texture
100%.
is very nice. It has it's dry a little bit, yes, but the soft of the dough combined with the crunch and the coolness of the whip. Now, if you're someone who puts some other topping other than cream cheese or flavored cream cheese on bagels, put a needle through your penis. We don't need you in the gene pool, thank you. Any comments before we get to the next bagel?
Please, if you have any bagels that you'd like us to try, contact me at adc33556@gmail.com, and the Bagel Boys will get back to you.
Thank you. We're back with we had to move because people were staring at us, and we got drinks.
Still another person staring at us.
It's okay. Fuck you.
All right.
Second part from Panera Bread, also with the blueberry wild blueberry cream cheese. What bagel are we eating today, Alex?
Just the regular plain white bagel.
Why did it have to be white?
What's the matter with being white, huh?
Everything's about fucking race with you. Fucking piece of...
Just because I say white's a fucking color, goddammit!
Literally Hitler.
Alright.
No, white's a gradient of bread. Fucking idiot.
My bad.
It means it's been processed anyway. First bite.
Okay.
It's okay.
Not fresh.
No. Which is why some might say that for these reviews we should be getting fresh bagels, but I don't totally agree. Because how many of you have the time in your day-to-day life to actually go to a bagel shop when the bagel's completely fresh out of the oven? None of you. We don't. So we're getting realistic, real-world reviews.
Exactly.
To see how the bagels hold up.
We have to taste the bagels throughout their life cycle, you know? Like, next we're going to be eating them out of the trash. Like, I mean, come on. Gotta taste all walks of life.
We don't have cream cheese, so we'll just use a bit of nut from the homeless guy down the road. Yeah. Dough has become very thick. Not at all soft like the cinnamon crunch bagel.
Those were probably fresher.
That is true. They probably make more of those because nobody in their right mind would order a plain bagel when they have so many options. You're doing a smart thing there. Pulling them apart. Can't get any ad. Can't get any, we're not sponsored.
Yep.
It'll block out all the
Starbucks.
way to fucking go.
It doesn't matter. They can know the name. I mean, after all, we're just two faggots eating bagels in a car.
This is my dream. You have a smart idea with pulling the bagel apart because it does feel like you're chewing your shoe apart.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I just love carbs.
As do I. So, do you have any comments that we haven't discussed yet about this bagel before we cut to the next one?
Oh, honestly, I still like the bagel.
Yeah. We have done a lot of dissing on this bagel, but out of all the plain bagels, which I am not overall partial to, if I have other options, it is still an alright bagel.
Mm-hmm. Very solid. I'd say I'd give it like a solid 6.
Mm-hmm. And fresh, perhaps even a 7.
Mm-hmm.
With the right spread, of course. I probably would not get plain with this, just because that would be
Too
basic. It'd be like missionary sex with a 40-year-old woman. Very plain. No energy.
I completely understand.
Having missionary sex with a 40-year-old woman?
She
looks about your type.
No, she's too young.
Alright, we're gonna cut that one there.
Come on.
I mean... Alright, this is our final two bagels for today. Now, we have something a little different. You see, we wanted to spice things up for our first episode, and I will be eating a different bagel from Alex today.
I will be eating a blueberry bagel with, again, wild blueberry cream cheese.
See, however, I, even though it looks like blueberry, will be eating a chocolate chip bagel with blueberry cream cheese. Whipped. Now, I think from perception, there seems to be a lot more
Thick.
I would say chocolate chipness compared to the blueberry ratio of your bagel. Which I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but personally I believe that if you're ordering a specialty bagel, you should have a surplus of said specialty. Or at least enough.
At the cost of bagel size.
Yes. Because these do seem like kind of thin bagels. In comparison to that cinnamon crunch one we had, which was
very big.
Now, we should do first bite, I think.
All right, you ready?
One. Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Do you want to talk first or should I?
Oh, go ahead. So, this bagel, well, it seems to be based off of the original plain bagel. It is much fresher. It's not like a shoe. It's very simple, wholesome. You get good blueberry flavor in there, even despite all the cream cheese. I'd say it's pretty damn good.
I'd say for a chocolate chip bagel. Now, personally, if I had to go back and change anything, if I was ordering this in just one sitting, I would probably, in all honesty, get a different cream cheese. Blueberry's not bad. I very much like this cream cheese. But with the chocolate chips, now, I know Panera Bread, and I'm a connoisseur of their bagels. They have a honey walnut cream cheese, which is extraordinary. And I think the sweetness of the honey would go very well with the chocolatey of this. Because the chocolate, even though the bagel does seem a little more fresh than the other ones we had, kind of like the blueberry. I think they were made in a similar batch. Or it might just because they're so thin, you don't have that doughiness of it. But I think you can taste like the warm melted chocolate from when it was toasted, and that is very good. I'm very much a fan of that. Blueberry's still good with it, I would say. Enjoy the little crunch almost of the more toasted parts of the bagel, and I can't tell you for certain whether or not that's just how this bagel was cooked. If it was cooked a little more, if that's how this bagel tends to come out. But this is a very good one.
Now, this entire time we've been sitting here, we've had a few neighbors, so to speak, pull up and go. And all of them happen to be 40-year-old women. White women at that. They look like they attend Starbucks.
Fucking race. Always about race.
It's never about race. I was trying to mention about that time you mentioned, the plain bagels being like fucking a white woman in missionary position. Or, not white woman, 40-year-old woman. No. I'm not racist, I swear.
That might just be the just demographic of most Panera Bread visitors. And our viewers might not be or might be in that demographic, and we're just trying to broaden their bagel experience. Exactly. I would say Panera Bread is a definitely good place to get a bagel. Definitely.
Now, what would you rate this bagel?
I don't know. I'm not eating the blueberry one.
I mean, your bagel.
My bagel? I would say we gave collectively the cinnamon crunch bagel an 8. I would say this would be either a 7 or a 7.5. Very good. Personally, I would still rather have the cinnamon crunch. That might just be my personal taste, but this is my review. Now, what is your review?
Now, this bagel is very good. I love blueberries, but there's not enough blueberries. However, it is a bigger, thicker bagel than his.
But just not even from thickness, you can tell the disparity. And you can't even make the argument that more of the blueberries are cooked in the center of the bagel, because they're not. If you turn it to the camera, you can only see 1 or 2 that would fit that, and you can already see around here more of the chocolate chips that fit into the center of that bagel.
So, all in all, I'd give this a solid 7. Very good bagel. Needs more blueberries. If it was fresher, it would probably be much better, but I give this a 7. So, how would you review Panera Bread as a whole?
As an institution for bagelry, I'd give them a 7 as well. Seems to be a pretty average for other bagels turn out.
I 100% agree. 7 it is.
Alright, as a final note, as Alex mentioned earlier, if there's any more bagel places that you'd like us to visit, we have a few in mind, but we're open to any and all suggestions. Email him at
adc33556@gmail.com.
And we will, if not get back to you, at least try and
within a business week.
You don't fucking check your email.
Yeah, I do.
So that, or comment on the video down below. Thank you for watching our bagel experience.
We are the Bagel Brothers.
No.
Oh, you are the Bagel Brothers. We're the Bagel Boys.
We're the Bagel Boys. Fucking stupid. Sorry. Thank you.
I'm driving you home, goddammit.
Goodbye.
Bye.